Diana Cooper, I've got to say a big welcome back to Media for the Soul Lovely. First of all, how are you doing?
I'm doing really well. You know, since the Archangel cards came out, I've been so busy, but people are sending me absolutely fantastic stories and things that they've learned, and it's been brilliant. When my heating app went off, I mean, who has a heating app? And I was freezing. It was the coldest night. I gave up, went for a walk, and said, Archangel Michael, please help me get heating. And when I came home, it was on.
That's good. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
You was warm. That's the main thing, Diana, isn't
It
it?
is, it
Good
is.
Archangel
And
Michael.
I felt supported then.
That's what we need. Oh, Diana. So, I know we caught up last year, 2020. It's been a difficult year for all of us. I mean, it's still kind of going on now. I mean, what have you made of the whole situation, Diana?
Well, the world had to go through an initiation. And what an initiation does is take you through pain to a frequency higher. And I think that that's what everybody has had to go through. We've obviously had other ones. We've had floods and earthquakes and fire, but that wasn't enough. That's one side. But on the other side, this virus was expected. They knew there was going to be a pandemic, and nobody, no governments did anything about it, even though it was expected. And so, that's also a lesson.
Definitely. And it has been a bit of a shock for, everyone. And I do really believe, what you said there, it's kind of give us a wake up call, but it's give us a chance to kind of evolve a little bit, hasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, families are out there together. Uh, I think it's changed everything. I feel very sorry for people who have lost their businesses. But at the same time, if you're looking, that's on an emotional level. If you're looking at all this spiritually, you lose your business when your soul is saying it's time to move to something different. So if you've lost your job or your business, don't rush back to the same thing again. Just look and see what your soul wants, what makes your heart sing, what makes you happy, and start doing that. And as soon as you're doing what's right for your soul, the universe responds, bringing you abundance. Because people so often say, oh, I can't be an artist, I can't earn a living. Well, actually, that's the wrong way of looking at it. If you're an artist and you absolutely love it and your heart and soul's in it, as long as you haven't got beliefs, I can't get any money, then the universe will support you.
Definitely will. And I think it's beautiful that people will be in that space of finally doing things that, they truly want to do and letting themselves
Mm.
do that, because it's a beautiful world, Diana, isn't it? Thinking that everyone's actually coming from the heart.
That's what we're meant to be doing. That's what we will be doing.
Mm.
Because the thing is that we are going to move into the new. It depends on whether we resist it and make it difficult, or we focus on where we're going and make it a joyous experience for everybody in the planet.
Totally. Well, moving on to the new, we have to talk about the beautiful Archangel Oracle cards, Diana. I mean, I've got many Oracle cards myself, but these, Diana, from the colors, how vivid, the vibration of them, they just blew me away. So, what's been your journey with these beautiful cards, Diana?
Well, from the minute I started, it's been amazing. And there is a course that goes with it. And for that, Archangel Metatron came through and said that I had to attune really deeply into every single archangel and do a recording for every one to help people attune to them. And so there is a course with how to read the cards, the symbols, what they mean, exercises for each card, and a download of a recording, 5 to 10 minutes for every single archangel. And I had to sit there and wait until I felt the energy of the archangel come through me, and then I could record it. So it was an amazing experience for me doing that. And so, yeah, I feel that these archangel cards have taught me. And you know what, Kris? On the very first day I received the box, I thought, these are special. I went and washed my hands. I lit a candle. I undid the box. And as I took the cards out, a white light shone straight out of the cards into the room. And I thought, whoa, these are really special. That's what it's like when you're working with the archangels. They are just doing such magical things. And, you know, I shuffled the pack and I got Archangel Azrael. And Archangel Azrael is about being cocooned as you move from this situation to that situation. And of course, he's the angel of death, birth, and also transitions. Next morning, I thought, I'll have another card, Archangel Azrael. And then the third time, Archangel Azrael. So I knew then that I really had to prepare for transition in my life. You know, you can't go against the oracle. I had to laugh. This friend of mine is not really into my world, but she picked a card and she got Archangel Priminelec. Now here's the archangel in charge of the insect kingdom. And she said to me, what's that all about? Why would I get that card? And then she said, you know what? This morning there was a slug on my doorstep. And when I went out, it looked at me and it said, clear as anything into my third eye, what are you going to do with me? And I said, it's all right. I'm just going to take you to the end of the garden. I'm not going to hurt you. And she picked the slug up and she took it to the end of the garden. And she said, it said, thank you. And then she stopped and she said, well, perhaps the angel's telling me that I'm attuned to nature and I really need to listen to them more. And I thought, yes, that's how it works.
That's beautiful. I mean, even that, even just from a slug, you know, many of us would look down on a slug and be like, oh, you know, but you know, that they're a living creature. It's nature. It's important. And that's beautiful. I love that.
And that she gets that card. But there's also another message from Priminelec, which is about being conscientious. Because I picked him one day and I thought, whoa. And I was remembering my friend's experience. And I thought, well, is it about nature? And then I realized, no, I had to be conscientious because I had to go through these bills and check them. And he was there telling me, do it properly or else there'll be problems.
Like me, put things
And
away.
he was right. Absolutely. Yes, exactly. Exactly. That's what they do.
Oh, I love that, Diana. Well, in the deck, you know, you introduce us, you know, of course, there's angels in there, archangels, but also seraphims as well. So for people that are maybe new to these new beings, you know, what's the difference between each, Diana?
It's the vibrational frequency that they're on. So archangels are at this frequency, and then the next one higher, principalities are at this frequency. And the very highest frequencies are the seraphim. So there are 3 seraphim cards in the deck. And the seraphim are near the Godhead. They hold the frequency of the Godhead and they ohm out the messages. But 3 only are now starting to help people on Earth. I think it's the first age that we've really been able to connect with them, which is totally awesome and amazing.
It really is beautiful. It is to think that we've got there as well, and we can do that. And even from, you know, the Oracle cards, that we can tap into that. That's the important thing because they are such an important tool, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Yeah. All the archangels are here now for the first time in eons to literally help us on Earth. And they've come from other universes, many of them, to make sure that we make this transition into the new golden age and that we do it well.
Yes.
You know, there are 8 billion plus people on the planet. When I was born, there were 2 billion. And all these souls have made a special request to be here for this transition. Nobody said it's easy. It's really, really been a tough initiation, 20-year period. But the archangels have come in to help us now. And they will just make everything easier for them if we ask. Okay, I just picked any card and I got Archangel Butalil. Now, he's not one that's well known, but he is in charge of the cosmic currents. He is a pure, pure, pure white, very high frequency, working on many, many different vibrations and universes. And the message is, be interdependent and expand your horizons. And that's the message he then brings you for the day. And of course, there is a guidebook with information and guidance that goes with it, a little book that goes in the deck. So I think that they're really stunning. You know, it's in such little things. Somebody said to me, well, what does next year hold for me? And she picked a card out and she got the Angel of Dogs. And she said, I've wanted a dog for ages. And she got that Archangel Zariel in charge of the dogs. I mean, it's amazing. This lady said to me, she wanted some guidance about whether or not she should cut away from her business partner. Now, I'd heard a story going on for some time, and I said to her, well, I tell you what, if you get Archangel Metatron, then cut away and your business will fly. So she took the cards out of the pack for me, and an orb card that shouldn't have been there fell out of the deck. And it was an orb of Archangel Metatron. I said, well, there's your guidance. So anyway, she shuffled the deck, pushed them out and pulled out 3 cards. Archangel Metatron, again. I think the second one was Azrael, which is about the transition. So yeah, she got her guidance. She made a phone call immediately and said, look, our partnership is now over.
From the guidance from the cards as well. I mean, Jane Delaford Taylor, is the artist of cards, Diana. And
she is so good. I mean, absolutely.
They're just absolutely stunning. I mean, I just can't express how vivid and how beautiful, because I've had some cards in the past and they've not just been punchy enough. These colors and the paintings, and you must be so impressed with them, Diana.
I love them. I mean, look at Maria. Yeah. Just that magenta. She gets the power. He's in charge of the soul star chakra. And there are some, look at this one, Archangel Aurora. I love this one. That is so gentle. And that's about new beginnings, the new dawn coming in. I think that she's done an amazing job.
And I think, throughout the whole deck, and people that are just starting to work with them as well, what a beautiful first deck for people to own. I think from the vibrations, how powerful they are, but, just how beautiful they are is, I really think, yourself and the lovely Jane, you have created something so special, but something that's so needed. Like that card said then, a card for new beginnings. This is a new deck for a new beginning, which is just so important. So important.
It is. No, thank you. I totally agree with you. I think that the archangels really want to be felt and known now. And when one being wants to be known, they come to me and they insist that I do it. And I think I get the job because I'm a Virgo. Oh gosh. And I do the job.
Get it done.
And so somebody else might be 10 times better channel than I am, but they're floating around somewhere and they don't do it. They say, look, we'll have her, she'll get it done.
And you do, and you do it very well, Diana. You really, really do. So, of course, this deck, working with it with the angels and, of course, the archangels. So working with it, can we build a stronger connection, with our own angels through this deck?
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the cards is your guardian angel, which is a beautiful card. And it's a reminder that your angel is always there, loving you, with you, protecting you, helping you. And I just think that's a lovely card to receive because it's such a reminder we're never alone. And I think these cards also expand expand our knowing and our connection. You can't talk about an archangel without bringing the energy of that archangel to you. So while we've been talking about this, anyone who's listening has got these archangels coming to them and touching them. Don't forget, it takes 1,000th of a second for an archangel to reach you. And so, you get an awful lot of archangels moving around the world, touching people. Just thinking about them, tuning into them, and of course, the beautiful illustrations really help that process. Yeah, because you've then got a visual thought picture of that archangel in your head.
You pointed somewhere. I always say it all the time. We're never alone when we've got our angels and archangels with us. So anyone that is, watching this right now, if they are feeling lonely, I think you're not alone. No matter what situation, no matter how hopeless people feel, all you've got to do is just call upon your angels. It's as simple as that, but it's knowing, isn't it, Diana?
Yeah. And it's also trusting,
Mm.
the fact that your angel is there with you. If you don't trust him, then you won't feel it. And I think that sometimes people say, oh, please protect my house. I always ask Archangel Sandalphon to place his fifth dimensional bubble, which comes his Earth Star chakra, up around them, and it raises their frequency to the fifth dimension. So if somebody's come past your house with a lower intent, it automatically raises their frequency. So it helps them, whatever is going to happen. So before I go to bed at night, I ask Archangel Sandalphon to place his angels around my house and for them to put a fifth dimensional bubble around each person that comes anywhere near my home, or animal, or anything else. And I always find that that's brilliant. But of course, if I then go away and think, oh God, I hope the house is safe. Have I locked this window? Have I locked that door? You know how some people do. Then you've taken away the instruction. So my dog, my wonderful, beautiful, fabulous little best dog in the world, dog Venus, is part Jack Russell. And she disappears all the time. She runs off into the woods. You've never seen a dog have such fun on a walk because she is always running, always chasing, always exploring. But I ask Archangel Felier, the angel of animals, to look after her, and then I let him do the job. Now, if I'm going around saying, oh God, where is she? Is she all right? Then he can't do his job. And I think people forget that. Ask the angel to do it and then trust them. Like if you lose something, you ask the angels of love or Archangel Michael to bring it back for you. So don't then just go berserk searching. Sit quietly, tune in, and perhaps get an impression of where the lost item is, or you suddenly find it. It reappears in its magical way.
Which is true. That's happened with me with both of our passports, where it always is. We completely lost them. I asked Archangel Michael, and then all of a sudden, about a day later, they was in the place where they were supposed to be, just there as clear as day. And I was like, I emptied everything out. They was not there, but then they was back.
I've had that experience too. It's amazing. I don't know how you can even describe it, but we do live in an amazing, magical, multi-dimensional world.
We do. We definitely do. And of course, you bring, beautiful unicorns in there, Diana, as well. It's not just the angels. You bring so much, light to the world, which is so, so important. And then also, we'll talk quickly about meditation as well, because you can meditate with the cards as well, can't you, Diana, to really get a stronger connection with them, can't you?
I think just sitting down with them, opening the cards, choosing one, and trust the oracle. Whatever card comes to you is the right angel for you at that moment. We have got, I've just opened the pack, we have got Archangel Chamuel. Open your heart and give and receive love. Chamuel is the angel of the heart. Your essence is love, is the reminder. And so just looking at that card sends a vibration into your third eye, calls the archangel, and sit quietly. People think that they have to do all sorts of things when they meditate. If you're an experienced meditator, that's brilliant. But, just sitting, doing your knitting, not that I knit, but, doing something quiet and simple and looking at the card and talking to that archangel. I mean, talk to them. Say, Archangel Chamuel, please will you help me resolve this situation? Thank you for doing that, and help me to open my heart a little bit more. Just have a conversation, and they're with you, listening, and that is wonderful. I also like to meditate when I'm walking with my dogs in the woods or on the beach or wherever, because if you think of an archangel, you take that with you. And in the new course, the Archangel Oracle course, Archangel Attunement course, sorry, what you can do is you can either choose a card or you can go through the deck doing one day at a time. If you listen in the morning, then you have that angel with you all day long and you can feel the energy. And if you do the attunement in the evening before you go to bed, you've got that angel enfolding you in its wings during your sleep that night. So I think, it's a choice. And I think it's a fabulous way to get to know the archangels.
It's so exciting. I'm like
It is.
so vibed up for this, Diana. It's just, I mean, every single person I've showed the cards to are like, wow, whose are those cards? Where it's just the vibration is just fifth dimension all over.
I know.
It's beautiful.
It
So
is, yeah.
beautiful. Diana,
Yeah.
what do you love most about the cards so far?
Do you know, it's been the guidance and connection. I feel I really connect deeper through these cards. And what am I getting? Sorry, I was just doing this while I was Archangel Lavender. Prepare for soul healing.
We got the same card.
Okay, well, that's the one that jumped out. Archangel Lavender, prepare for soul healing, forgive and release everyone. And you look at that, you go for a walk and you've got this card, this picture in your mind, and then that as you walk, you just send out messages of forgiveness and release. And you've got lavender with you because you've just taken that card and that's your guidance for the day. And that archangel is particularly with you throughout the day.
Beautiful cards. I love them so much. I love you and your work. They're flying already, but just thank you for birthing these cards, Diana. It means a lot, even from me. It really, really does.
Oh, bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for chatting on Media for the Soul, lovely. Always a pleasure.
Lovely to talk to you. Cheerio.